with a common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
All right, what's going on? I am not organized for this. I've had a swamp day, a lot going on. Market's closing week, but I want to jump on here. So bear with me if it's a little cluttered, but here we go. What's up? The Wise Tent, Lloyd, what's going on? Bazika Vakai and Ragu Dad. Just gave you a wrench, Ragu Dad. I showed a point and figure chart showing about 85,000 on what I thought was first possible downside objectives. I've been talking about 98 forever, but I've let this thing drain out. For clarity, I did add a third of a Bitcoin position at 93, and obviously that was a mistake, but I wanted to start reestablishing after selling much higher. So what's up, Tag? What's up, Big House? Yannick. So, and didn't like any of the setups, and you can still see the technometer, 41.4. It's not getting climactic. Unbelievable the sell-off we've had, and I can't get a technometer reading close to oversold. Not even close to oversold readings when we're up in the trading range. So that's kept me on the sidelines. Elliott Wave, I wasn't happy with the readings on that. And this is the count that I mentioned the other day, and I'm kind of going with it, is that we've done a big ABC. This B wave on Ethereum is much cleaner, so that's why I'm labeling it that. So I think it's A, B, and then on this red wave C down, not pretty, but I think you can count 5 waves down to that 85 area. What the low is 86.1, I believe today, is that right? 86.358 here at Binance. So we're 1,000 off the low. But I think first time ever, maybe Elliott Wave saying maybe we can make a bigger, etc. But I'm gonna have to give some. So again, that's the Elliott Wave count. What else did I want to show here? If we look at Ethereum, I was talking about 2,800. We touched that today. What the low was right at 27.90. So I think that's spot on. That could be 5 waves down, or otherwise. Again, we do the AB. We do a 1, 2. And this is a crazy little 4th wave here. So again, not clean, but down to levels where I think I've got to start being more interested. But I'm going to go over the stocks here because I've been bearish stocks. Actually, I was bearish on the rally that we had way too early, but I pretty well stayed bearish here. We've wiped out momentum stocks. We've wiped out a lot of the frothiness, and I'm trying to look for a low there and how that could happen. And I think finally I can get on the bandwagon. The stocks could still go to new highs, and crypto can still run in a 5th wave higher. Stocks would be a 5th wave as well. So that's something I'm looking for here. So I think let's jump into that real quick. And again, I got a lot going on here, but I think I got this chart I want to show. Yeah. I showed this chart the other day in a video update, and I also showed it on the last stream. So again, I've changed this chart because the chart that I've been showing you, hold on. This was a chart that I was showing, and I was showing why the 5-wave rally ended and we're headed straight down. And if that's the case, I think maybe off the highs, maybe we've had an A, B, C, D, E, and that could be a leading diagonal for wave 1 down. And then we rally A, B, C up here, get everybody excited again, then we crash. So that's still what I've been talking about. But I'm trying to figure out how today maybe is a low tomorrow morning if we don't collapse here. Because if we're going to go down, I think we collapsed tomorrow. And I'm just, again, technometer on stocks is setting at 44 on everything. So I still think possibly we collapse here. But I'm trying to say maybe these counts here below where I've got the orange and the new red. And that shows that a wave 4 is ending right now. And again, that's on the QQQ. SPY looks the same. We're going to go back to the SPY chart just to keep everything clean. This count's really good for Elliott wave. The purple 5 waves up is sweet. We had a little triangle here for a purple wave 4. Had a nice little wave 5 up. And the action since September 22nd has been hard for me to read, but I think you can see an ABC down that was not even ABC down, it was an ABC sideways. Then you get an ABC to new highs. Then after that, you want 5 waves down. And even that's been maybe, as I just mentioned, A, B, C, D, E for overlapping 5 waves down. That's extremely bullish. So that's a wave 4 ABC that just today went below wave A, but just barely. I mean, if that counts correct, we are making a low right here, right now. And again, we've taken out a lot of sentiment out of stocks, a lot of the bullish sentiment. Is it enough? I don't know, but this is a count you got to be aware of. If we bottom today at the close, tomorrow morning early, and we start charging out of here, I think this is something you got to be looking at. And that means you want to chase momentum stocks out of here. All the high flyers are going to be high flyers again. And this wave 5, I'm just showing a rally up to here to new highs. But that wave 5 could go on for months and months for real. Wave 5s can extend. So all I can say, we're going to new highs, but it might extend to way new highs. And that would say Bitcoin's going to 150 probably, but could go to dramatically higher levels. So again, that's a count. I can get on this count for the SPY for Elliott wave, but as you know, I own the Wyckoff Institute. So I'm first and foremost Wyckoff. I'm not really getting any divergences. I mean, you can see here, this is a divergence between price and volume because you've had a total sell-off in volume here while price has been totally sideways. So that is bullish. If we had an oversold technometer, that'd be an easy buy, but we don't. If you look at QQQ, you know, you've had major sideways here. And that still works out for the 5th wave having no volume on it. Like I said, it also would work out for this new, more bullish count. But I'm not getting anything hugely exciting for buy setups, so. But maybe we can't get enough selling to come in to even give me a good buy setup because stocks are still so much more friendly. But we had the new highs here on the Dow, why volume didn't come in. But now correspondingly, you can say that we've had a nice sell-off in volume since September 19th, and price is basically a little bit higher. So that is a little friendly. You can see here the Dow oversold levels have caught all the lows. It was 3 days early here. So I'm only showing all this, so if we do reverse tomorrow, we start showing good gains, this is something you got to be aware of. but that means we're going still a lot higher on everything. That would make Bitcoin and crypto bulls much happier, because that means that once again, the Bitcoin has got the larger count that I've been showing, which a lot going on here. But that would mean that we're putting in a green wave 4 above the yellow wave 4 at 74,000. You've had a WXY down, so that would mean we're going to new highs, whether that's 150 or whether it's 250, I don't know. But once again, that's something to look at. Same type of thing here. You can see volume has been straight down, while price is still this low is 75, and now we're at 87. So that is a bullish setup. I just wish we could get an oversold technometer. And the one thing I will go ahead and show on here is our Wyckoff Wave Crypto Index. We showed this a lot over the years. Trading view only will go back so far, because this is 5-minute data on our indicators, so they're not going to let me go back. So what I do is I put the oversold readings down at the bottom with the green highlights and also on the chart. So trust me, these green highlights are when the indicators did give me the oversold readings, did give me the buy-sell divergences, but it's only going to, because the trading view is only going to give me so much data, because I'm doing 5-minute data for all these indicators. So that's a shitload of data. But you can see your technometer at today's close, 40.22. A reading below 40 would give you the green highlight. And I think that'd give you one reason why you want to be long. And that would be a reason why you want to be long Ethereum. Up here, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, Litecoin, Zcash. That's what makes up this crypto index. I've never changed it. I wanted to see how it act over time. And again, that's today at one point it was a 40.10. I saw it. So you could basically say that at the low today with Bitcoin around 86.3, that we was right at the level saying you want to be wading back in on the general crypto market. So that's where we're at. That's why, again, I'm trying to lean, how are you bullish crypto? How are you bullish stocks here? And that's what I just showed you. ADA. Same type of thing. I've been saying, I know live on here, need a break of the 50 level to give you a spring. We've gotten that. I think I mentioned go down below 45 probably when I'm bullish. So there we are. Major selling in the volume price, trying to really hold sideways in accumulation. I think a low is being made in ADA. Maybe a little lower tomorrow, whatever, but I think once again, these things are probably trying to bottom here. So patreon.com/learncrypto if you want, ask me questions, you want this real time, but that's what I'm thinking. Bitcoin 87, 153, Ethereum 28.79, about 90 off the low. Algo. I've only had really a support line there, so once again back down to support. Same type of thing, volume, major selling, price trying to hold. I think that's a spring occurring as we talk. CYPH, as Big House is talking about, made a new high, back to 294, 311 right now, as he says. That one looks higher. I guess they'll chase that. All the crypto stocks, let's go to them. Crypto related, CORZ, MicroStrategy. I had a sell up there at 290 on MicroStrategy and 350. That one's been slaughtered. Tom Lee mentioned the hedge funds are using the option markets in MicroStrategy to hedge its billion dollar Bitcoin positions. That's why you're seeing so much weakness here. But again, that's probably a large ABC off the highs in Bitcoin, or I mean in MicroStrategy with the sell-off in Bitcoin. So I'd be interested in MicroStrategy down here. Coin. We sold out for the group up there at 364, setting here at 238. That one's been annihilated. That one probably looks good here. SBET, same type of thing. Everybody's here probably has seen these charts. So I mentioned up there at 1490. That one could go lower. 930 here. That one's got to be cheap. BMNR, same type of thing up there at 54.75, I believe. Trading at 26.02. That one's got to be cheap. So those have been annihilated. I'd be looking at those. Hood is one of the momentum stocks. That one got annihilated today after a big up opening. I'm going to pull these alarms down. You'll see on all my charts I got alarms about halfway recovering today's losses and also a little bit lower for tomorrow. So that one's 155 down to 106. Well, that's 30% down. No help on the Wyckoff indicators there, but that one probably will be good here as well shortly. I wish I had better setups off the indicators. Same type of thing. SoFi, I'm going to drag that down. The gold is momentum sells. It did give a sell there 3 days ago. Get that a little closer where it was. So shitty close today, but that's probably going to be a spring of this level here where I have an alarm already set. Technometer nearing oversold. So that's a high flyer. The stocks do make a low. That one's going to high fly again. Birds, I don't think I know this one. Bluebirds on Solana. Is that... I don't know if that's birds. That's an extremely low price. You're going to have to help me with that one. You said all birds, so that must have been... Yeah, I don't see all birds. The Wise wants to know what's the weakness in stocks. I mean, I had said I thought higher interest rates was coming. I guess that's been one of the things is interest rates maybe not being lowered again. That's kind of changed from like 100% readings to what is it, like 38% or something, I believe it was. I think that's been a problem. A little bit of a worry about AI and all the money being spent, the trillions of dollars. I think that's some of it. So, not sure, but I think that's quite a bit of it. All right, there's Bird. Let me look at that one real quick for you. Sustained downtrend. I mean, probably that was obviously a selling climax, so we're getting close to that again. You can see volume in a new low yesterday. Price trying to hold, so I don't like that one because it's been so weak, but I would probably expect it to hold here. It is oversold 2 days ago, the most it's been in quite a while, so probably cheap, but definitely nothing I'm excited about. Cargo and aerospace, what's going on? Let me give you a ranch. Obviously, you're here on business, so I mean, before today, I'm not sure I would have said it was that high, like maybe 30%. After today, maybe I think it's much higher. What's up, Ocean? Frogville. So today, I think kind of changed things for me because we're definitely getting the sell-off in NVIDIA and Palantir and some of them. So we're definitely wringing some of that out. I mean, is it over? I'm not sure. I just want to be prepared that if we don't collapse here, which everyone's got to be worried about that. So if we don't collapse, then I start getting a little bit more friendly. So I think you know, I think everything's on the table right here, right now. I don't have much positions in crypto. I don't really, I mean, on stocks, I'm long like Merck and NTRA and ACNT, AGCO, names I'm not really getting hurt by. I do have some RMBS that is hurting me a little bit, but overall I'm long some mod that was hurting, but it's bounced some. So a lot of those aren't getting hurt bad, so I'm not under a lot of pressure. I see someone mentions the pork blasters. With that in mind, I'm going to go back. I'm going to give this one once again here on YouTube and social media. I think TRAC is interesting here. We're going to run the pork blaster flyover. I mentioned this 3 times in the Patreon. Volume, new lows, price jumps and backs up. That's a classic Wyckoff setup by what we do. So high risk, high reward. I think that one's going to come out of here. You can hear me talk about this one. If we can rally out of here, and if crypto is turning higher, I think that's going to be a good one. Let me run my disclaimer here real quick. I'm a registered investment advisor, do manage stock and crypto assets for clients. Hold on.
There's a high degree of risk involved in trading stocks and cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
My regulators were all over me because I think they said I was the only RIA in Illinois doing crypto business. And they accused me of inflating clients' portfolio values, which anybody knows I can't do that. That's all at the exchanges. I don't make up crypto values, but they accused me of that. I got written up, all kinds of stuff. So now everybody wants to do crypto. That's why above 100, everybody wanted to do crypto, and that's why we're wiping those people out now. Because I had people that laughed at me at 5,000 and all the way to 100 grand, telling me at 105, 115,000 they were buying Bitcoin. I told them not to do it. Now here we are, probably those people don't want to talk about it. And here we are at 87.5, probably making a low. So Netflix has been a little weak. But what, they announced 10-for-1 split. 105.67 after the split. So chart not too good, but again, I would think that one's probably possibly could make it a low here. So again, I'm going to try to decide that in the next day or two. While we're here, my main screen, let's go up one more time. XLE looking good this morning. Gave it all back. New low on the volume once again. The price still holding up. I mean, I still think oil stocks are going to be a leader in the next bull run. We'll see if I'm right. And with that in mind, we go the usual NBR. That one, I'd given reasons to buy that back there at 38 and 40 and change because of volume trending lower while price jumped and backed up, just like TRAC is doing. So that's an interesting setup. Kinder Morgan. There's other ones on here as well. Kinder Morgan has got a small divergence, but I think that one could lead us higher. I have mentioned LNT that I gave a buy on down there, 64 at 67. Here's another, what was a one, I mentioned this quite a bit in here. That one was mentioned at 55, it's 105. That's healthcare. Maybe if stocks make a low, healthcare won't continue to outperform. I mentioned today in the pro traders at wyckoffsmi.com that I might take a profit here. Those might decide to go sideways to lower if stocks bottom. That's kind of been a safe haven, but that might stop. So that one I might take profits. And Merck, while we're here, holding up well. That one had the jump in the backup at 83.70, I think it was, 83.90. That one's at 95, holding in well. Not selling that yet, but we'll watch that one. Momentum stocks, the list is really small here. And today's close is going to make it a little bit smaller. NTRA is the only one doing well. And again, that's one, I'm holding this one long for the clients that own it. Was going to add on at 212 and it broke out, but didn't have the Kahuskis. Should have, but didn't. The VIX got crushed down to 19 and 44 cents today, rallied to 28. I don't know historically what that means, but that's a big reversal. I do watch the VIX some, but don't really trade it. I let Elliott Wave somewhat update me on VIX readings, so not much to add on that, except that's a pretty big reversal. Again, these are some momentum names on the right that are still trying to hold up. And then some stocks that I like that are not doing too bad, the crypto-related stocks, and then a watch list I had before, ASTS. That's one I think could be a high flyer that's been over 50% down. That's one I might look at. NNE is one we talked about for a while that I sold up there at 44.70, 45 or so. Took small profits after having big profits, but that one been annihilated. That's one you could look at. MJ, I talked about selling that at 38, looking for sideways to lower. I wanted to buy this spring. Mentioned it, but never pulled the trigger. That one's been annihilated. That one might be okay down here as well. Something to look at. IONQ. Crushed. CORT is one that I'm still long. It's holding in. ATRC. I sold that as marked at the red arrow. That one might be something to look at. So these are just press stocks that I'll look at. SYM. Symbotic. All I got there is a momentum buy and sell that didn't work. But that one's holding in pretty well here in the last 6 days. That one might not be bad either. While we're here, let me look at Litecoin. Litecoin trying to outperform. New lows in the volume price. Relatively holding in there. So again, I think Litecoin is one of those that could lead us higher again if we rally out of here. So Bitcoin 87,400, Ethereum 2885. That's all I got. TRAC trading right at 50 cents. Today was definitely a tough day. No doubt. I haven't got hurt much, as I've been saying. I definitely was not liking Bitcoin all the way down because of the Wyckoff distribution, and my overbought tech readings called all those local highs. Anybody in the Discord knows I'm going to start showing some Tom DeMark setups. I respect Tom DeMark over the years. He's given a lot of advice to major hedge funds. So we're going to follow his indicator a lot more here as well and throw that on top of my Wyckoff stuff. So that could be exciting. Kind of looking forward to that. So that's all I got. Again, we manage crypto portfolios with trading APIs. So very safe. We only trade, view, manage. Stock portfolios are Charles Schwab or introducing brokers. That's all I got. I'm not going to run any ads or nothing. I'm going to get out of here. So I'm burnt to a crisp and going to try to relax a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.